Hey, Kathy. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining me, babe. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know, I do appreciate you so much. Give me 1 second and we're going to just get straight into this. Um, hold on. I'm going to make sure. Hmm. You can hear me, right, Kathy? Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Got it. It's so good to see you too, mamita. Oh, what you cooking? Tell me what you cooking. I never asked you what you cooking too. I want to know what you cooking. I'm gonna eat me another shrimp taco today, girl. I ate 2 of them, but 3 of them yesterday. I think I'm liking the shrimp crunchy taco until I get tired of it. But I ate the crunchy ones. I got one left, so now I gotta deal with the burrito ones. Welcome to Brooklyn Squad Real Life Drama, everybody. It is your girl Jay, And yes, we are live once again on this platform because we cover crime, right? We cover crime, and I try to go live and cover it as much as I can because I also do things behind the scene when it comes to covering crimes, okay? Y'all also know I have another channel, okay? It's called Brooklyn Squad. Come get that smoke. So please, please go and subscribe to that channel because we're going to be over there talking about basically a lot of things. Deep conversations, adult conversations. I mean, just a lot of things. Okay. So you might want to go over there and check that out. That's stuff that we don't talk about over here. Please, if anyone is in the chat behind the scene, because I know Kathy, you cooking, but if you could drop the link to that, that would be awesome. I appreciate that when you can. If not, I'll do it. Let's get straight into this. Before we get into this, though, hit that subscribe button. Come and subscribe. Give me a chance. Give yourself a chance to get to know who I am and also know who the rest of my Brooklyn family is. Like Kathy B, like D, like Miss V, like Cheryl Nation, like Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Like the crew, like all of us girls, like all of us content creators. Subscribe to us. Give us a chance. Sister Girl, she's another content creator. My girl Cheryl Nation's another content creator. Miss V is another content creator. Kathy B is another content creator. Stay Dangerous is another content creator. The list goes on and 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 on. Do I have to go on and on and on and on? So please give us a chance and come and subscribe to our channel. Show us some love, right? And listen to the stories that we have. Okay? Tea Time with Peaches. She's another content creator. Okay? Wendy Lee has her own organization. Okay? So, come and join us. We are doing our best to put out these stories because we care. But it's not, some of us are doing more than putting out stories, though. Some of us are going behind the scene and actually helping the families. And I am one of them that does that. Me, Wendy, and Cheryl Nation actually have a little thing where we are working with families to try to help them get justice. So give yourself a chance. Subscribe to our channel. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. You won't. Let's get straight into it. And hit the thumbs up. Okay? Hit the thumbs up to all our platforms. Okay? Let's get into it. I want to talk about Desiree Thompson first. Desiree Thompson's mother is Tyrese Harris. I met her on Ms. V's platform. And she also came on my platform and told her story actually twice. The first time she came on my platform is because, thank you, my girl Kathy. Thank you, babe. The first time she came on my platform was because she was giving another mother some advice, who also had lost her daughter. Well, her daughter was murdered. Mr. Niece's daughter, Aaliyah. And we're going to be talking about her again also. We have never forgot about Aaliyah. That was one of the cases as well that took my heart. But she came on here to give her some good advice, right? And then she came on here with me and Cheryl Nation, had our first 24-hour marathon, crime marathon, and she told her story. So that's how I met Miss Sherry. I say Sherry Harris, right? But through that time from her first coming on my platform until now, which I think is probably a year, I have always been in contact with her, like, little messages and texts and just stuff like that, right? So I want to tell you that her daughter was murdered, right? Brutally murdered, right? By a monster animal, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young girl. Beautiful young girl. Beautiful. With the red hair. That's her. Remember her? And that's her mother. So if you don't know the story and if you don't remember it, let's just go back a little bit. Her daughter was in an abusive relationship, right? She had already had children by somebody else. She was in an abusive relationship with this guy she was seeing, that she was I believe she was pregnant from him, if I'm not mistaken. And things wasn't going too good. You know what I'm saying? It was rocket. Of course it was rocket. She was in an abusive relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? I know how that is because I was in an abusive relationship as well. You know what I'm saying? And he was dangerous. He was dangerous. He was dangerous to a point that guns were drawn. You know what I'm saying? That type of dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So it was a night that they had got into it, right? And she wanted to get the hell away from him. Like, he had already got really violent with her, pulled up on her. You know what I'm saying? And she just had it up to here. So she's just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I believe he pulled a gat on her or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that's what made her walk out the house that night. That night is when she was murdered. Not by him, but by a man who decided to go into a party, a teenage party. He was an old Mexican immigrant. Went into a teenage party. They threw his ass out. He got mad and told a guy, the next person coming out of there, I'm killing. I'm cooked. Now, what kind of shit is that? You get mad because, first of all, you're not even supposed to be in that young kid's party. It was a regular. It must have been a house party, I guess. I'm not sure what kind of party it was, but his old ass wanted to be up in there, probably trying to get some under some young girls. You know what I'm saying? And they threw Grandpa out on his behind, and he caught a resentment and was probably drunk and told his friend, the next person come out of there, I'm killing them. And the friend not thinking, like, he ain't really serious, you know what I'm saying? He just talking because he mad because he got kicked out of his ass. You feel me? Well, the next person that he seen was Desiree Thompson. Sherry Smith's daughter. because he took her life. Okay? He took that beautiful young lady's life. Wow. Give me 1 second. 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to find like a story so I can read it to you guys. It's a shame that it's not even a story here. Wow. But he took her life that night. I don't know if it was that night, the night after, but he took her life. Okay? And this whole time, the whole time, Desiree's mother and the family thought it was her boyfriend that has something to do with her being missing. Because he was the last person that was seen with her. He would threaten her and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They was going through they problems. And he never helped look for her. And he disappeared. So of course, everyone's looking at him. All these years, 5 years, everyone's thinking it's him. I would have too. I would have too. 5 years ago, that guy, the friend that heard him say, the guy that he said to, next person come out of that party, I'm going to kill. Well, he told the officers what he heard and they dismissed it because they're too busy thinking there's somebody else like the damn boyfriend who they're not really looking for at all. They failed this family. Well, today is the trial. They finally caught his ass. I'm making, they got him. He's arrested. They found her body in the same house after all these years. Under his house. With the weapon right there in his living room, like a souvenir. And the things that this young lady endured, I'm sure, horrifying, horrifying. Because if I'm not mistaken, her body was in pieces. We're talking about a major, 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 I will call him a mass murderer. He went around for 5 years not getting caught. 5 years not getting caught, under the radar of the fucking police. The whole time. Same house, souvenir right there, like a souvenir. I said a weapon right there, like a souvenir as he got it. 5 years. He had no remorse, no guilt, no nothing when they caught his ass. And today is the trial, actually. It started now. I texted her earlier to check on her. When I texted her, it was 2:03. She said this trial starts at 1:30. Because her time and my time is different. Let's please keep her in prayer. This is sad, man. The trial we thought was, I think, supposed to happen a week ago. Because I remember her hitting me up saying, hey, I just want to let you know the trial's going on. But then it didn't happen. So, look how God works. I was thinking of her today, and I wound up hitting her up because she had hit me up a week ago telling me about the trial. Then I hit her up because I remember her putting it on Facebook saying no trial. I said, let me hit her up, see how she's doing, because I know they changed the trial. And then boom, she says, oh, the trial's today. I was like, wow. Sometimes, right, God works through people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes God works through people. Because I didn't know the trial was today. I knew they changed it because she told me last week. It was supposed to be last week, but I didn't know it's today. And maybe God just was like, put me in that vessel to say, check on her, because today is the trial. Please, let's keep her in prayer. And I hope this animal suffers, and I hope they give him life and don't let his ass out. Because y'all know what they doing, right? The system. They locking people up, right? But they're letting them out. They're letting them out just to do the same damn crime or even worse again. And I pray to God this doesn't happen to him. I pray that he suffers and suffers. Don't even let him die in there. Let him suffer a miserable death. Because I am sure that beautiful, beautiful young lady endured. Ooh, baby. Pain. He didn't have to take her life. He didn't have to take nobody's life that night. And it makes me wonder, did he do this before? Because he was really comfortable. 5 years? You bragged about it. You bragged about it. The cops failed, huh? I'm sorry. I know they got his ass now, but they ain't the one who got him in the goddamn first place. Let's get this straight. for what I was mistaken her. I think I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think they was the one that caught his ass. But the trial is today, is going on now, and she is testifying today, right now. And I want to say, I grew to have love for this woman. When people come on my platform, I try my best to still reach out to them, still check on them. I think that's important, and that's just me. That's just, you know what I'm saying? I might not can't reach all, God knows how many people that's been on my platform every single moment, every single second, every single day, but I do my best that I can, and I do reach out to them. Hey, cuz. Hey. Thank you, cuz. Don't forget to hit that like button. Oh, that's my cousin. I love you too, cousin. Mwah. You know, I think that's important to at least keep in contact and try to, reach out to that family member. Let them know, like, listen, if you need anything, like, I'm here. Like, like, I ain't forget about you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still here. See, that's important. Yeah, I know I get very hyped. I get like emotional because these parents, man, I just they going through so much, and the system is failing them day after 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 day. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. And I thank you for checking up on me too. Appreciate that. You know, the system is really messed up, man. It's really messed up. They are arresting people, letting them go. Just to kill again. Just to R again. To rape again. Just to harm again. What is the sense of even arresting them then? What's the sense of that? To try to give the family a little bit of satisfaction, like, oh, we got them for that little bit of ease that they could get, just to smack them in the face and let these monsters go again. That ain't right. That shit ain't right. Yeah, shit ain't right at all. Tyrese Gibson, his mother also was on my platform on Me and Sharon Nation's Me and Sharon Nation's crime marathon. His mother was on my platform. And I want to get into this. But hold on. Let me just make sure I am. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I get it right because I saw something else here I wanted to read before I show y'all the news article. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's get into this. Now, remember, I had a mother and her husband on my podcast on Me and Cheryl Nation's 24-hour crime marathon. Remember, it was her and her husband talking about their son. That was the first time I had actually a couple at the same time talking about their son's case. Okay. Remember this family? They was on my channel. You remember them, right? Right, Kathy. Right. Let's get into it. Tyrese Gibson has recently graduated high school and had his whole life ahead of him when he went missing of August 2022, last year, right? Monday of August 2022 at 730 days would have been 2 full years since Levance and Gerald Wooden last saw their son Tyrese Gibson. A star on the football field, Gibson graduated from Jacksonville High School in June of 2020 and turned 18 on July 1st of 2020. Family and friends described him as fun, loving, young man with a smile that lights up any space. Gibson loves sports, and he also said that he also jokes around and makes people laugh. Sounds like me. He had a dream of becoming an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur. Ooh, child. Jacksonville Tyrese Gibson is shown carrying the ball during the Indiana's 49-14 loss to the Nacogdoches on Friday night. Jalen Freely stopped the Dragon Brian Raffles from opening for Gibson. I don't know what that means, but okay. It really feels like it's been 5 billion years since I've last saw my son, Levan said. I want to know where's my son is. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I'm not in that I'm not in this for payback. I'm in this for my child's justice. I'm not trying to drag someone down like that. I'm not getting involved in this. Where's my son? That is what I want to know. And someone else knows. According to Wooden, on August 22nd of 2020, Gibson left the house she shared with his mother and stepfather and sister, one of who is his twin, so he has a twin, to hang out with some friends and possibly go to a party. Around 9:20, the van said she was sleeping in the bed, got up to use the restroom, and Gibson getting ready to go outside. Said, don't lock the door, and he came back later. We'll go. Let me read that again. Levantu was sleeping in the bed, got up to use the restroom, and Gibson, getting ready to go outside, said, don't lock the door. He came back later. Gerald was playing video games and Gibson stopped playing with him before coming out. None of Gibson's friends saw him that night. He never went back home. When Gibson did not return home the next day, they immediately reported his disappearance and began a search for him. 2 years later, Gibson has not been tracked nor heard from. His family now knows that Gibson was contacted by Brianna M. Jim is on Snapchat in August 2020 and he picked her up. So his friends came to get him that night. It is believed that he was last seen in an apartment complex in Patterson and Pellston on August 27th. Jacksonville Police Department detectives obtained arrest warrants from the 39th District Court Judge Michael Davis for Derek D. Hicks, Brianna M., Jamins Hammers D. Shed, and or Patterson and undefined juvenile. As they have also a juvenile because they can't say the juvenile's name though because it's a juvenile. And second-degree serious kidnapping charges. Their bounds were set at $75,000 cash. Shell was indicted for capital murder, but Cherokee County grand jury in December 2020, that case was to be heard in July, but was moved in January 2023. The trial was scheduled for September. His mother has a message for those who have negative things to say about Tyrese Gibson. I know who my son is, Levy said. You're not going to paint this picture of who my son is, being this bad person, because I'll be the first to say he didn't do everything he thought. Neither did you. I never said that my son was perfect. And man told a young woman wearing a tie shirt that my son deserves whatever happens to him. And I said, are you serious? I said, watch your face because what I'm doing can quickly become yours. I said, is you really don't know what the whole story is about. Something and you're gonna away with that. You're gonna say that. You're saying on the street, you really have nothing to say. It should have never come to a person of mine like that. And that is true. People should watch what the fuck they be saying for real. He just turned 18 and he just graduated, guys. This is horrible. We start our very first video posted about missing Tyrese. Okay, I can't post that one. Let me see. Okay, let's see what his family had to say that very first time.
For the first time tonight, we're hearing from the family of a missing teen after their son's alleged killer was found not guilty. Jacksonville Tyrese Gibson disappeared back in 2020. His body has never been found. 4 people were arrested, and yesterday, a jury found one of those defendants not guilty of capital murder. Tonight, Gibson's family opens up to our Jose Alonso about the verdict and what the future holds in their fight for justice.
I'm in Jacksonville, where there are still a lot of unanswered questions around the disappearance of local teenager Tyrese Gibson. Earlier, I caught up with the family for the first time since Thursday's not guilty verdict. Friday evening, Levance and Gerald Wooten were surrounded by family as they processed what happened in court.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm just perfect. I'm just still a little in shock from the verdict yesterday.
A man charged with killing their son, allowed to walk free after a jury in Cherokee County found him not guilty.
Surprising. And it was like at the same time, it was like a confusion.
While the shock and confusion lingers, Gibson's mother says they're leaning on their faith and praying for justice.
But, God is still in control. They already know I believe in God, so I'm not concerned either way it go because I already know He is going to take care of it.
And though she is disappointed in the verdict, she is focused on finding answers.
Where is my son? That's what I want to know. That's what my husband wants to know. That's what our family want to know.
The Wootons say they're disappointed in the investigation.
We gave them, Jacksonville PD, everything we had. We told them key parts to follow up on. They never did. So, yeah, I'm disappointed.
But even in this dark time for the family, the Wootons want to thank everyone across the nation for their support.
And we still gonna keep his name and face out there.
Oh, my God. It just really gave me so much strength that I never thought I'd have to have.
Earlier on Friday, I reached out to Jacksonville Police Chief Joe Williams about what's next for the other 3 individuals who were arrested in connection to Gibson's disappearance. Chief Williams declined to comment and says he and the Cherokee County District Attorney are determining what's next for those arrested. Reporting in Jacksonville, I'm Jose Alonso for CBS 19.
So there you have it. The person that was charged for the murder was found not guilty. This is insane. And she was saying that on my platform. This is crazy. Yeah, people can be so freaking evil. You're so right. So now what happens? He walks free. That person walks free. A damn shame. A damn shame.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to
This is what's going on in the world.
No matter your industry, Granger's here for you with professional grade supplies.
Unbelievable. Young man goes missing 2 years ago. And y'all finally go to court to find him not guilty.
Police Department, the following people arrested for aggravated kidnapping. We're talking about 22-year-old Derek Hicks, 18-year-old Brianna Jimenez, 28-year-old Cameron Shedd, and a 16-year-old who's a juvenile. His name cannot be released. By the way, Gibson last seen at the end of August, but Jacksonville police never confirmed whether they suspected foul play. No word as of now whether Gibson has been found alive or dead. Okay, we've talked.
Look at that. That little short clip. That's what they have for us. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
4 people have been arrested, 3 adults and a 16-year-old unarmed.
I'm just done. I just get so mad.
The information. This video was real hard to watch because his mother basically said if she knew she would be going through something like this, she would have never had him. I never heard any mother say anything like that.
And we are live. Hello, guys. Welcome to Jason Hebert Live. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hello to everybody in the chat. Yvette, Tracker, Lisa, Megan, Anita, Athena, Dave.
Let's listen to this interview.
Guys, Tammy, Blue, and Sexy Red. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We have another missing persons interview for you tonight, guys. If you are, we do these almost every single night. If you're into true crime, helping solve these cases, helping these families out that desperately need your help, please click subscribe below and set the notification bell to all, and you will be notified every time we go live each day with a new story. And you can help. The show is interactive. You can ask questions in the chat live so that you can hear the story from the horse's mouth. Not from someone who doesn't know it. It's typically the families or, some kind of loved one, sometimes the friends. So by all means, guys, click subscribe and set the notification bell to all. Tonight, we do have the story of Tyrese Gibson. That's Gibson with the P. You guys probably know that. That's a famous name, of course, but this is a little different. Tyrese Gibson. We have his mother and father on tonight to tell his story. So let's just kind of go into some of the details of what happened tonight. Hello to Diamond, Sharonda, Jay, Tammy, Be United. We got nearing 50 people starting to come in, so it's a good time to tell the story here. Just give me one moment. Okay, so on August 22nd of this year, 2020, in Jacksonville, Texas, Tyrese Gibson put on a white t-shirt black jeans, and white shoes, preparing to go meet some friends to go to a party. Tyrese left the house at approximately 9:30 p.m. to meet his friends. Being of age, 18, Tyrese's parents tended not to hassle him too much about the details of where he was going or with whom. But when Tyrese left the house that night, his family never imagined it would be the last time they would see him. Tyrese was really good about calling or FaceTiming his mom every day. So when she didn't hear from him, she began to get worried and call him. But Tyrese wasn't answering his phone either. By that Tuesday, his mother, LaVance Hill Wooten, filed a missing persons report. But there is still no sign of Tyrese. On September 4th, it was reported that 4 people have been arrested in connection to Tyrese's disappearance. 22-year-old Derek D. Hicks, Brianna D. Jimenez, 18, and Cameron D. Sheed, 28, all of Palestine, Texas. The 4th individual is unnamed due to being a juvenile. I do want to say here, anything discussed in this show, it is alleged. We make no hard accusations here. We just have families trying to piece together what they do know. So it is all just, there are no hard accusations on this show. But despite that, there is still no sign of Tyrese. And tonight we have Tyrese's parents, Gerald
Let me
and
try to
LaVance
fix
Hill
this up for
Wooten,
y'all.
on to tell his story in the hopes that it will motivate someone with information to come forward in regards to his whereabouts. Gerald and LaVance, I just want to say I'm so sorry for what you guys are going through. My heart goes out to you, and you have the support of me and my team.
Thank you.
We will do everything we can to try to bring him home. Do you want to start by maybe just telling us a little bit about him in general, and then lead us into what we know the days before his disappearance?
And just like any typical teenager, is 18, goofy, likes to joke around.
Oh, really, Kathy?
Like to be the center of attention. And, you know, he's just a sweet, humble person. He'll give you he'll give you his last. If you ask for it and you got it, he'll give it to you.
Okay. We do have his Be United Missing Persons poster here for you guys to see. So he sounds like a great kid, and everything that I could see in regards to him spoke to that fact as well. So what happened leading up to that day and that day? I know he was getting ready for a party, but what else do we know?
Well, he had came home to take a shower because, like we said, he was going to go to a party with some of his friends. And we didn't even know that he was supposed to meet up with some young lady prior to going to the party with his friends until that Sunday when he had been missing for almost 24 hours. And his friends repeatedly I worked. So when I got off, I had all these messages and phone calls asking where he was. And I was like, I don't know. I just got off work. I said, I seen him last night, you know, before he left home, because I talked to him in the bathroom because he was brushing his hair before he got ready to go. And so that Sunday, I was really concerned, and I waited till about, because, you know, people got to be missing 24 hours. So I waited till about 9 and went and made a missing person report. By the grace of God, somebody had saw this young lady. Tyrese had showed his friend this young lady on his Snapchat prior to him going to meet up with her. So that's nothing but God's grace that somebody got to be able to identify the young lady on whom he was last seen with. And so when we did that, then of course we went into the Facebook searching for this young lady and searching, and then the young man who seen her identified her. I then messaged her personally myself. I messaged her and I asked her, have you seen my son? You was the last person that he was with. And then it was like hours and hours and hours before she messaged me back. Monday morning at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, when she finally messaged me, and then she called me on the phone. And then I talked to her on the phone, and I repeatedly asked her, where's my son? You was the last person he was with. Where is my son? She continued to say, I don't know. I haven't seen him. I dropped him off somewhere. I already knew better because when I went and looked at his call log, when he left his house, by 9:40, his phone service had been disconnected somehow. And his phone has not been used since that day. And so I didn't understand the extent of this and why that little girl would take, to lie to me and where my son is. So on up into Monday, she messaged me because, I post her picture on Facebook because if somebody could identify her, I told them she needs to get in contact with me. This was prior, to her getting in contact with me. I had put her picture on Facebook.
That's right.
As well as anybody's parents would have done when they're looking for their missing child. And so the young lady begged me to take her picture off of Facebook, and I begged her to tell me where my son was.
That's right.
You're begging me to take a picture down, and I'm begging you to tell me the whereabouts of my child. Those two things don't even nowhere near way up to the same. I could hear in her voice that this little girl, she sounded like she was a little scared, to be honest. She sounded a little frightened. That,
I apologize, is this the one that ended up being arrested?
Yes, this is the young lady that has been arrested. She sounded a little frightened in her voice while she was talking to me. I talked to her as if I was her own mother. That's how I talked to her. Because I know sometimes kids get in stuff that they have no business getting in. And then it's hard to get out of stuff you had no business getting in.
Right.
So after I talked to her, she told me that he indeed was not with her. And I told her I know he was because there's no way. You called him at 9:30 and his phone ain't working 10 minutes later and he's just in the air. Disappeared without anybody seeing him. So, I don't. I'm trying to get my words right. I don't.
If you need to take a moment at any point, that's fine. If you need a moment off camera or something, just so you know throughout this, no problem.
Yeah. I don't really know what transpired after my son left our home. But what I do know is this young lady has something to do with it, and so do the other people who are in custody. And the fact of the matter is, I don't see how somebody could be so evil, to take someone's child, to lure someone's child away from their home to what? Y'all acting like y'all don't know where he is. Y'all aren't talking, but y'all aren't going to sit here and make me believe that y'all don't know where my son is and you was the last person with him. I tell you one thing. I'm a woman of God, so I already know. I can sense bad spirits, and the little girl was lying to me from the moment I got on the phone with her. I could hear the lies coming out of her mouth with the fear. So with that being said, if I'm afraid of something, I'm more than likely going to tell, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell. Maybe I even told her. I said, I won't even, we don't have to get the police involved in this. I just want you to tell me where my child is. But she continued to say, I don't know. With her little, I don't really know and I don't really care voice. I said, okay.
Hey,
so
Wendy.
From there, it's proceeded to what it is now. And I never imagined in a million lifetimes.
Please hit the like button, y'all.
My family would be going through this situation right now. And, we're so blessed to know God.
Hey,
because
boo.
if we didn't, oh my goodness. I know I would have been done broke by now. Because I can't handle all the stuff that I have to see.
I'm trying to get the phone right, y'all. Hold on.
Facebook from
there we go.
People from that town. It's just unnecessary because I just want my child.
My hands shake a lot, y'all. I'm sorry.
Problems with anybody. I don't want no problems. I just want my kid, And so every day I speak directly to my child. When I go in to say my prayers, I'm speaking to my child. And I'm speaking to the people who are involved with my child's disappearance, that they turn their hearts towards God and tell the truth, because
Amen.
I wouldn't want nothing haunting me the rest of my life, knowing that I could have possibly done something to somebody's child. I know the whereabouts of somebody's child, but I refuse to say it because I'm scared. But then when the shoe is on the other foot and something happens to somebody close to you, you would want everybody to do what everybody is doing for me and my family, which is stepping forward. In our town, I've never seen our community come so close together to rally up. They have been so good to me and my family. And I thank God for them because they have been so good to us. And even some people from Palestine have reached out to us, praying for us. And, you know, it's been the only people who can really, really understand when you say stuff about being spiritual is the people who love the Lord. Because, you know, people who work and operate and live for the devil will never be able to understand the concept of being able to have a relationship with Jesus because you don't know who he is. You don't know who you is like that. So I'm praying every day and every night. And my husband is just constantly, you know, we're thanking God in advance for what he's going to do. And he's preparing our hearts for whatever comes next. And we're grateful. We're just, I mean, I can't even imagine. I don't know. I can't imagine. Oh, Jesus. I just never thought that I'd have to see my child's face on a missing poster.
Ooh,
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
It's been an eye-awakening, you know, experience, you know, and for some parents who also may know the whereabouts of my son, that's very disturbing to me. Very disturbing. You know, I'm not, if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm not going to sit here knowing where somebody's child is and they're constantly asking, where's my child? And I'm just like, oh, no, I'm not going to get involved. No, that's not right. It's not right in no fashion, shape, or form. You have to step up, be strong in what you say. Because you can't sit here and say you're a Christian and then you scared of another human being. I only fear the Lord. And that's how I live my life, because if you fear man, you walk around here scared of everything because you never know what a man is going to do to you.
That's right.
So, you know, you just got to be confident in what you say. Don't be scared to say the truth, because I'm telling you the truth now. I poured out my heart in front of screens, millions of TV screens trying to tell people. And it's mostly about, you know, my son. I want my baby. I mean, I love my son. I know they love their children, but your child has to take responsibility for the wrong that they've done. And you have to teach them that you're responsible for something. You must suffer the consequences for what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And in regards to I know that he was planning on meeting some friends, and now we have these people arrested. As far as you know, are these his friends that he met? We do have a question from Tattitude 1959, which lines up with that question. Did he know the girl prior to the night he went missing, or had she just met her? Had he just met her, I mean.
As far as my acknowledgement, and this is me speaking because he has a girlfriend, I've never met the little girl. I didn't know nothing of this young lady until that next day whenever I asked somebody, did they know her? I didn't know nothing of her. But like I said, my son is 18 years old. So he might have known her prior to, but it's not a fact to me to speak on that because I don't know her. Right. And me or my family have never met her. And we still have never met her to this day. Because I've talked with her family and tried to get them to let me speak to her, you know, with them sitting in the room. But, you know, they never contacted me back or nothing. So I was like, okay, we'll just let the laws deal with it then. We'll let the police deal with it. And however it fall out is how the Lord meant for it to be. Because, you know, to be honest, I gave, you know, the young lady, I actually gave her a way out. I asked her that Monday. She could have just simply said, your baby is right here, Miss Hill. Right. You can go get him or whatever the case may have been. But she chose to lie. So now, you know, they're all putting the rap on her. They're saying that she's the only one that's responsible for this.
Oh, wow.
And do you know any of those other names that she was with? Any of those guys? Do you recognize them as friends? The other names?
No, we don't know, honey. I don't really dope people from Palestine because, you know, we live in Jacksonville. And, you know, as far as sports, Jacksonville and Palestine always been like rivals. You know how you have your little city rival teams. But I've never really had any dealings with Palestine because I ain't really had no reason to go down there.
Okay. We do have a question from Tammy. She says it sounds like she may have lured him. Did he have money on him,
Right.
Tyrese? As far as you know.
Sound like she lured him.
Yes, he had a little black like a little, I don't know, I guess they call it a man bag. Honey, I ain't never seen no man with no purse, but
Right.
he
Like
did
the
have
pouch.
some money in his little bag. He had also his little Cash App card, his cell phone, which none of these things have been recovered.
Oh, wow.
So,
Been recovered, okay.
you know,
And it sounds like you've done some work on the phone because you know when it was turned off. Have they tried to like ping it, GPS it, any of that kind of stuff?
when we talked to Apple, they told us they couldn't ping it after it had been inactive for
I remember
more
her
than
saying
24
something
hours.
like that.
So
That's
no,
crazy.
but God is moving. I'm just gonna say that. Just know that God is moving. He is
Okay.
moving.
And we realize there might be something you can't say about the investigation and stuff, so don't feel pressured to. We do have a question from Jazzy Live Set. Are there any searches currently going on for him?
Not at the moment. We letting the detectives and his team continue their searches, and we just sitting back praying, just keeping faith in the Lord that something turn up.
And it sounds I believe you kind of already answered this, but I just want to make sure we get the questions up. Did any of Tyrese's friends know this girl, or was she new to a circle of folks? But it sounds like you're not familiar with her at all, right?
I know his best friend have never met the girl. He was the one that told us that she was the one that he met on Snapchat.
Oh, met on Snapchat. Okay.
Yeah, if it wasn't for his best friend, it ain't no telling where we'd be in this case right now.
Yeah, we wouldn't even have identity of the young lady or any of the other people who are involved if it was. Thank God for his best friend. Because and we looked. I didn't even sleep. Literally, I don't think that we slept a whole night since this has taken place. Them first 3 nights, I think we didn't sleep at all. Because the worry in your, the Lord knows that I'm concerned about my child. So he's not saying, don't wear the lens. I know I'm not supposed to wear it, but I want to know where my baby is. And so with that being said, honey, I don't know that little girl. I don't know any of those little boys. I've never even heard those children's name mentioned around my house. So their charges are aggravated kidnapping.
So it sounds like you said the Lord moves. So it sounds like the wheels are turning because you said that, and you said they're putting it on her. So stuff's coming out, right?
Yeah, they're trying to lay it all on her. I'm gonna keep it real because that's what type of person I am. I received a message from one of the suspects, Cameron, and he proceeded to say that all of this stuff that took place was Brianna. He didn't take no part in it. He said, this is Brianna doing this. Brianna did that. Brianna came and told me a story, and I didn't believe her. So I took her to the police department to make a statement. He pretty much just, said it was all her and nobody else, just her. I said, now the devil is a lie and the truth ain't in you. The devil is a lie. I know better. You might be talking to somebody's mama, but I'm not nobody's fool.
I like that quote. So the people putting it on her, what is their full story? So she lured him, and then what are they saying happened? Because I'm assuming there's stuff on the other 3 if they got pulled in.
Well, they're not saying. The detectives are not telling us. because it's still an open investigation. So, of course, you know, they're not going to air out stuff. And, you know, me and my family, we totally respect that because we want them prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. You know, I don't do that street gang stuff. I let the law deal with business that the law need to deal with. I don't believe in that let the street handle the street stuff. I don't believe in all that.
It's because if we let the streets handle the streets, that'll be more parents sitting in the same situation we sitting in.
Yeah.
And we don't want that for we wouldn't even put this on our worst enemy. So to let the streets handle the streets, that's immature, that's childish for me.
Right. Lola Rios Gutierrez asks, cause we talked about Tyrese's phone. Have the police pinged and tracked all the other people's phones so they can find a timeline as to if their phones were pinging off the same towers?
We don't know that right now because, you know, some information they withholding the information, and, you know, we just don't know that right now.
We don't know. Of course, you know, they know. I've already said, it is an open investigation, so we're not allowed to know really no more than the public is allowed to know because it is an open investigation. And I respect, you know, all of the authorities that's working on it. They're actually, you know, doing a pretty good job of working on it. So I respect their authority, and we're gonna follow their lead until they ain't leading us to the right place. Then we're gonna be like, oh. But you know, I pray for them every day, as well as I do everybody else, because at the end of the day, they're just human beings just as well as we are. Sometimes we try to hold them to a high extent because we feel like they're supposed to be Superman. Because, you know, when your child misses, you expect stuff to happen like this. I told the Lord, I'm a microwave child. But I said, I see now I'm going to have to be a slow cooker child.
She's full of the quotes. Gerald, Christina Bobbitt did mention that they have added another charge to the girl of terrorizing.
Yes, they added that, and that was something new when we looked it up, and you know, we just haven't heard anything about it. But we were like, well, I guess, you know, the Lord is moving. You know, everything is about to come out.
Okay. So, and we do have a comment from someone saying, it was posted on the Dogwood T page last night that the police were in the woods searching with flashlights, 4 cop cars. They're asking, is that related to Tyrese as far as you know?
You know, we heard about it, but no one had notified us at this time. And, you know, we just kind of praying that we're hoping that, you know, it wasn't, because we want our son to be, you know, be found safe.
Right. Yeah, well, hold on. Hope that even if it's okay. No, we were just talking about there were police in the woods last night, someone said on the Dogwood T page. So we're hoping if that is related to Tyrese, that maybe this was the comment here. So maybe, hopefully, if it is related to him, he's somewhere out there and, I don't know, stuck or something, because we're praying, of course.
I've been out there to that park, and it's like, wow, I don't even see why it's even open as a park. It looks very dangerous out there for people who don't really know what they're doing. It looks dangerous. Let me say that. You know, we were even warned by the local authorities that we shouldn't search out there if we're not experienced searchers, because it's very dangerous. It's very.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold this phone. My hands shake a lot.
Drop-offs out there. And so they suggested that we didn't go.
Damage.
You know, like I said, I respect the authority because they know more about their town than we do. So we went back to the house, and we're going to continue to talk to the main man, which is the Lord, because at the end of the day, he knows where our son is. These people know what they've done. God knows what they've done, and they will suffer the consequences for it. There's no other way around it. This is a bad deed that will not go unpunished. Guaranteed.
Absolutely. And worth mentioning, I'm assuming this is the same Lola Gutierrez that I've interviewed previously. She's in the same exact situation as you guys. Her son and his friend, if you're familiar, out of California, same thing, went missing, and people have been arrested for their murders. But they haven't been found as well. So she's the one that had asked that comment, and she says they got to keep pushing the police. If they fall back, push the cops sometimes because they lag a bit. Yeah. Parents need to keep pushing. And assuming this is her, which I believe it is, same name, Lola, let me know if that's you in the chat. She's, if anyone understands what you got, because I can never understand. I talk to a lot of different people, but it's not the same thing as going through it. But Lola, you know, it's just nice to know that you have people in the chat who at least understand what you guys are going through right now. Mm-hmm. It's the same kind of scenario.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, Lola, me and my husband, we genuinely apologize that you're having to go through this situation, and we'll put you in our prayers also.
For sure. Tori Brown says, I had a photo shoot out there a couple years ago at the park, and there were gunshots, so we left. Very scary.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's is it Dogwood Tea? That's the name of the park. Is that what it was?
I thought it was just called Dogwood Park. I didn't know if it was Dogwood.
It's a different part.
Oh, this is a different part. Oh, my husband said this is a different part. Honey, news to me. I don't hang out down there.
Lola responded to what you said. Thank you. Please reach out to me if you need any tips to help. I can connect you guys on Facebook because friends are both.
Okay. We appreciate that.
Geez. So, I mean, the positive is it sounds like things are moving, like you said. Lord works in mysterious ways, so hopefully things resolve positively.
Yeah. But this interview was
is there anything else
2 years ago.
Hasn't, because I know you did a couple interviews. There's been some news things. Is there anything that hasn't been made public in regards to the case, that something you can put out there for anybody that wants to search for him or try to help out?
Yeah, we just really holding back on the searches because we was kind of getting close to the same search areas where the authorities were searching. So we didn't want to jump on any evidence or anything like that. So we just took a few steps back, sent a lot more prayers up that the authorities, you know, they get the job done.
And they are, you know, because we're praying that God leads them. So when God leads us, we don't never.
Right, exactly. Yeah, D.
I done seen him lose case. I don't know. I ain't never seen him lose case.
Me and Sharon Nation, when we did the 24-hour crime marathon on my channel. You remember?
We pray, like I said, we pray for them. We pray that God guides them. You know, let Him be the guidance of your heart and not whatever else. You know, because we got to be mindful that this is our child. So we have to be mindful that this is our child. So we respect them. They respect us. We ask them questions. You know, they give us the best answer that they possibly can without giving us stuff that we're not supposed to know quite yet. So we respect that, and we do. We truly.
Yeah, Dave. Remember, me and Sharon Nation on my platform, we did the 24-hour crime marathon, and they came on. That was the first time I actually had a mother and her husband, you know, a wife and her husband come on at the same time. I've never, you know, I never actually had a man. Well, I had a cop from Hope Alive come on here before and speak on his daughter's disappearance. But yeah, they was on here talking about their son and everything that night. Yep. This is them, D. Yep. And this interview that he did was 2 years ago, right? And if you notice, they was hoping for justice. You can hear them, right? They was hoping for justice. They're like, you know, there's some things in place. You know, like they was hoping the system was working on their side. That's what it sounds like, right? The system did not work on their side because I played you guys the tape before you came in, D. The guy, the guy was charged. Yeah, they failed him. Exactly, Wendy. Exactly. Not guilty. Not guilty. You know, it's just really sad because his body, he's still out there. Yeah, no, he's still out there. They haven't found him yet. And these monsters that they know, that the police know, are responsible for this young man just let him walk the street to do the exact thing again. To do the exact thing again.
Appreciate them. You know, we're just gonna keep praying. I can't do anything more than to continue to pray. Because some days I sit at home and I just feel so hopeless and numb and like I'm not doing anything to find my kid. Then I break down because I'm like, I don't even know I don't know what to do. You know, I'm praying, and I don't know.
Handsome young man.
I say, God, I don't know what else to do. I done prayed every prayer I could think of, but I said, Lord, I'm gonna need you to intercede for your daughter because just some days be so rough because it's hard for me to look at pictures in my house sometimes because of the fact that my son is missing, and these people, you know, some of these people think that it's a game. You know, there's a young man going around Palestine pulling down the flyers and burning them on social media like it's funny. It's not a game. This isn't funny. This is my child's life. You know,
do you think he's doing it because it's funny, or do you think he has connections to these people and he's trying to help them, kind of thing?
Yeah, I believe that it has something to do. He has something to do with the connection with these people. But you know, like I said, they're not gonna. My faith is not gonna get weary. So if that's what they think, I'm not gonna quit searching. I'm not gonna quit doing interviews. I'm not gonna quit posting my son's face everywhere. It's not gonna happen. So it would just behoove them to just give me my child or tell me where my kid is, so we can just continue on with life. But if they want to make they made this big. You know, God made this big actually for a reason. You know, a lot of people have come to me and my husband and told us that them watching our strength, which this is God's strength, had brought them back to the Lord, which was I was like, wow. You know, I said, I take no credit for that. I said, honey, I'm just a mere human. I take absolutely no credit for the Lord's work because that's how God's work. So I said, Lord, you picked us for a reason. Just work through us and let us be able to say what it is that you want us to say so that people don't feel like we're being judgmental in any type of way. Because we don't have no problem with the people in Palestine. We have a problem with the people who know what happened to our son. Those are the people that we have an issue with. We don't have a problem with the whole Palestine. I don't even know those people that live down there. I have a problem with the people who know about the disappearance of our son. So when we done our last interview, Jason, I didn't appreciate how a lady from Palestine got on there and said, this is what they think of y'all, Palestine. No. That means that you must have some kind of guilt on your heart because if you listened to that interview and that's what you got out of it, then you wasn't listening. Because when the woman was talking with, you know, She didn't say all of Palestine. None of us ever said all of Palestine. We said some people, the people who are involved. I don't put no blame on the whole entire town for something that some individuals decided they wanted to do.
Right.
And then more wanted to gain in and group up. I'm not blaming an entire town for that. I'm blaming the people who are involved, period.
Right.
So if there's anybody on from here from Palestine, I'm not blaming y'all entire town for the disappearance of my son. I'm simply blaming the people who know what happened and who are involved with my son's disappearance, period. Because I'm not even that type of person. If you ever ask about me and my family, they're not going to have, oh, they're this type. No, that's not how we move. So, as far as, I go back to the statement of street handling the streets, that sounds, kind of criminal-like. I'm going to be real. Because I understand everybody makes statements, the street handles the streets, and I say the Lord handles it all. Because nothing gets past him. Never, ever. This situation didn't catch God by surprise. He wasn't like, no. So nothing is going to get past him. Y'all know what y'all done. I speak to my son right now. I just want him to know, we love you. Honey, don't ever think we don't. We're still praying for you daily. And I speak to your spirit. And I ask, you know what? The spirit and the hearts of all of these people who are involved, all of these people who are making a mockery of this situation as if it's a game, Everything is always a game until it's somebody else's turn that you love. And y'all end up in a situation, and then it's a problem. Don't ever make a mockery out of a situation, because God always brings stuff back around.
Share that.
They say karma. I say the good Lord, he let you see how stuff feel when you thought it was funny when it was happening to somebody else.
That's right.
But it's not funny.
That's
our
right.
child has been missing. Saturday will be 30 days that I have not seen my son. 30 days, 30 minutes without knowing where your child is too long. So can you imagine being 30 days without knowing where your kid is? I pray that this touches somebody's heart, because you know what? Imagine if you ain't seen your child in 30 days. 30 days. 30 days.
Wow.
I can't imagine. And again, if you need a moment, by all means, I know it's tough it's a highly emotional situation, obviously. Lola asked, did the police know the kids are doing that? I think she means tearing down the flyers. Does she know the kid that's doing it? Do they know who's doing it?
Not that we know of, but we probably they probably do know this kid. And oh my God, that's all I really know. Just they probably do know this kid. Because it's a sad situation when an older man hanging around young kids trying to manipulate them to do something.
Yeah, I saw that. One guy's 28 and the rest are young. That's odd.
And it's just sad.
Is this so? You got an older guy with younger. I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So is it? So you got an older guy influence and younger. Is it just a bad influence? Is it some kind of group that they're trying to impress him? Like, what is the situation there? And I know there's a lot of stuff we ask you can't say or you don't know the answers, but I just want to make sure we get everything out. Like, why is this guy with them? What's it related to?
I would say, and this is, because I don't know factual things about them because I don't know them, but they were all, I think they're somehow all related. They're all related to one another.
The girl also?
Girl, and then the young man is still, they're still looking for questioning, which is the young lady's boyfriend. They're still looking for him for questioning. And I don't know, somebody said he was their mentor. I said, well, he's mentoring them down the wrong road.
Yeah.
I said, I do not. I don't understand, you know, the gist of that environment. You know, these kids had to be hurt in some type of way for them to want to do something of this drastic matter. You know, I'm wondering what could have possibly taken place in your life to where you felt comfortable enough to even want to take somebody else's child. It's, you know, I don't know. I keep praying because it's just disturbing to me. And I keep asking God, what happened to these children? You know, my son is far from perfect, but we ain't out kidnapping folks cheering, because that's just, it's uncalled for. You know, back in the days when I was young, if I had a problem with you, you know, we squared up, got a little box on, fought, or whatever it was, and then we lived to fight another day. We went on about our business. We wasn't going and kidnapping folks and I don't, honey. God knows. Everybody keep that at the top of your head. God knows if you know where he is and you just sitting on it, he knows. Remember that. I don't know, but God knows. And he was last seen at our home. He left our home. This young lady picked my child up from my home with the intentions of whatever it is that they had on their mind. When you came up here, you had 45 minutes to drive from Palestine to Jacksonville. That's enough time to change your mind and say, oh, no, I don't want to do this. But you didn't change your mind. You came on up here with whatever intentions you had in your heart, and you did whatever it is you did. You know, so it's time to woman up and man up and confess what you've done.
You know, what, Jason, I'm going to tell you what really touched me. You know, even my wife, she can know what I'm saying, she can testify with this. It's like the night my son left was the first time, man, you know, we sat down and played the video game together. The first time, because usually at that time I'm at work. And we ain't never had time to sit down, had a son and father bond until that night.
Wow.
And you know, it just,
wow.
A lot of people say I shouldn't feel that way because I blame myself because I was feeling like.
Are you a YouTuber?
Hold on, guys. Ooh, my hands are hurting, y'all.
I'm about to reveal a game-changing secret that'll grow your YouTube following no matter where you're starting from. This incredible method.
I to protect my family. And you know, not everybody's telling me that, no, you can't feel that way. You did what you could. You did the best you could. But you know, it's heartbreaking. I try to be strong for my wife because I know if I crumble, she gonna shine. So sometimes, you know, when I feel weak, she feeling strong. And a lot of times when I'm feeling strong, she feeling weak. And a lot of times we kind of connect off each other's energy, but here lately we both been feeling weak. And everybody be talking about we strong. No, we not strong. You looking at strength from the Lord.
Yeah, I know it's, you know, hindsight's 20/20, and people tend to blame themselves in this, but you can't, man, because you never know what's going to lead to what. All you can do is be a good parent like you are, and hope things work out the best. So I wouldn't, you know, beat myself up.
Oh, it's right here.
What game did you guys play? I used to be a big gamer. I played with my dad a couple times.
I forgot about that thing, girl. Cause I have sciatica, guys, and it's like really hurting me very bad. Like my butt is really bad. The phone thing is over here somewhere, girl. Oh. I'm setting my laptop on it. But I have another one over there. I forgot I have another one over there. Wow. And another one over there. But the other one has a light on it. But anyway, guys, they still have not found their child. They still have not found their child. And this was 2 years ago, them thinking that maybe just some type of hope was going to happen. Because remember, the case was still going. You know what I'm saying? It was still kind of new. It was still going during this interview. That's why they can't really was saying they couldn't really say too much. It was still an open case. But you know, the mom was like, you know, I could still this. I really, it's just messed up because, you know, you thinking that they're gonna be charged. They are gonna be charged. But to hear that they wasn't even charged, that this monster person is gonna walk the street just to probably do the same, just to do it again. Just to do the damn thing again. What is going on with our system? And they say it's our kids. They say it's the parents. It ain't my goddamn fault. I'm a parent. It ain't my fault. We knew this was coming, though. We talked about this on this channel. How they was going to have a law passed, right? Remember, we talked about this. I'm pretty sure Katie probably remember it. Kathy probably remember it. Remember, Kathy, we talked about this on this channel, where they was going to have a law passed where they was going to start letting criminals go. And I remember saying, oh my goodness, what the hell are they doing? They might as well say, go ahead and kill again. Go ahead and R again. Just go ahead and rape again. Do what you got to do and do it. Make sure you do it right and get it done this time. That's what you might as well tell us. That's what you remember? Yeah. Yep. That's remember Kathy? Yep. I was so tight about that, man. Matter of fact, Kathy. Matter of fact, it was this case. I'm gonna show you the case that we were talking about. Matter of fact, let me go back and show you the video. I'm gonna go to my YouTube. We was talking about this little girl right here being beaten up as a baby. This little girl. I was messaging her grandmother as we were going on live. And she was giving me the information. And that's the day we found out about the criminal law was going to pass, where all those monsters were going to be free and all this other shit. Hold on, I'm going to show you the face of the little girl that I'm talking about. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I will never forget that little baby. He beat this little baby to death. She was 1 year old. It was the mother's boyfriend, I believe. Here we go.
And Queens, let me send any donations over here because all those donations, whoever sends.
Okay. Hold on. It was this one. Let me see. Oops. Okay. Remember that case? Baby Callie Marie? Yeah. Yeah. He beat that baby. You remember that, D? And I was messaging the grandmother and when we was on live. She was on Facebook and she was giving me little details about it. It was her grandbaby. And I said we was trying to get her to come up on the live and stuff, but she was trying to get everything done with what was going on with with the baby and this and that. So she never came up on the live, but she was giving me details. That was the day that we found out about how the court system was gonna have this whole new thing. They were letting criminals go, and we was really uptight about that. I remember that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Ooh, child. Mm. And this is what and this is the thing, right? Yeah, and he was the mother's boyfriend. You know, I will never forget that. That just broke my heart, man. Oh, whoo. Wow, I'll never forget that. Oh, baby Callie. Whew. You see what these parents, grandparents, family members, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, they go through it. Why does the court system do what they're doing? Why? Why? I want to know if a judge daughter was to go through what one of these family members are going through. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? If a judge was to go through what these families are going through, I wonder what would happen. And I used to say, I wonder what would a cop do? But fuck that. Because they obviously don't even give a damn about their own damn family. They killing their wives and shit too. So what the hell? I hear you, D. I hear you. But do you have parents cutting off their kids too? We have parents killing their kids. this is, this world is wicked. Wicked. The justice system has failed each and every time. But I want to know, when it happens to that judge, mother, daughter, sister, or son, or wife, what the fuck are they gonna do? And I say judge because we're talking about higher than the damn police. Or what about the district attorney, the DA? Listen, I don't know much, but I know prayer works. And with that, thank you everyone for joining Brooklyn Squad Real Life Drama. I appreciate you all for being here tonight, joining my platform, praying for the families, showing love to the families. Please continue to do that. Also, please subscribe to my other channel, Brooklyn Squad. Come bring that smoke. Or come get that smoke. Come get that smoke, yeah. Go subscribe to the channel. The link is right there in the comments. I do appreciate you guys. I'm going to close this out right now. Check out some of the shorts that I had from earlier this morning. Check out some of my playlists. They're all in order. If you're looking for Jelani Day, that's in order. It says Jelani Day. If you're looking for unsolved crimes, that's in order. It's unsolved crimes. Police acting buck wow. That's in order. My playlist, please check them out. I have a lot of playlists. Okay, I have a long playlist. I have playlists from DMX's death to Pop Smoke's death. Okay. Yes, you're welcome, Kathy B. You know the news, the media, we are the media, right, girl? Because they don't even be sharing a lot of these stories, and it's a damn shame. And that's what gets me. That's why we're trying to share stuff that they don't even tell us about. You know, it's a shame. It's a damn shame. But you're welcome, Kathy. Thank you for being so supportive all the time. You're welcome, D. I love you, D. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all. And I want to say this for the families, because I know that they meet, and I know if they were right here next to me, they would say this. Thank you. And Alana's brother, Lana's uncle tells me this all the time. I was just talking to him last weekend, texting him. Thank you, Brooklyn Squad, for your love and support that you give to the family. And your prayers that you give to the family. Thank you. Give yourself credit also. I know you say I appreciate the things you give to me, but I want to say thank you. I can't do this without God, and I can't do this without you. You know? So I want to say thank you. And I love you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Everyone, please be safe out there. Please be safe. Please be safe. It's a nasty, dangerous world. There's a lot of enemies and frenemies to be enemies, okay? You know, so please be safe out there. All right? All right, guys. Bye. Thank you for joining Brooklyn Squad, Real Life Drama, where we cover true crimes and real crimes. And I am Brooklyn, and I am out. Peace.